Traveling, a wonderful way to broaden your world experience and learn something new. You know what's even better than traveling? Traveling with your bicycle. Okay, being in a new place with your bike is fantastic. You see new places, meet new people, but the actual getting there with your bike, that process is less fun and can be quite stressful. When you're flying with your bicycle, you usually partly or completely disassemble your bike and pop it into a bike bag or box to go into the hold of the plane. We are traveling to Iceland next month and used our recent training camp as a dry run for traveling with our bikes. In this video, I'll discuss the reasoning behind the bike box we picked. I'll also highlight some rookie errors that are easy to make when you're traveling with a bike. These are the mistakes I still make every time, no matter how many times I put that bike into that damn box. So when you are picking a way to transport your bike, there are many considerations, and what you choose will depend on your needs. Firstly, we wanted our bikes to get there damage-free. For this, the best bet is probably a hard bicycle case. A soft bicycle case and a cardboard bicycle box, the two alternatives, will probably do the job, but for peace of mind, the hard case would be best. For Iceland, we are going to have to transport the bikes from Reykjavik to the more rural areas of Hella and surrounds. With 3 of us in the car and 2 bikes between us, fitting into the rental car is a real concern. We concluded that if we can take the bikes out of the boxes and fold the boxes flat, we probably have the best chance of success. This eliminates the hard bicycle case, which, although durable, is really not packable at all. We could get a soft bicycle case, but even those are pretty bulky. A cardboard bicycle box would fold flat, but fails the durability test. We did some shopping around and found a compromise. Designed to function like a cardboard bicycle box, but made out of sturdy plastic, the bike box seems like it will do the job. It has the additional benefits of being a fraction of the cost of a bicycle case and folding down flat enough to store under the bed when we are at home. 6 rules for getting the bike in the box. Rule 1. Read the fine print. Before packing your bike in the box, it's worth checking the airline guidelines for traveling with a bike. These differ slightly between airlines. One thing to take note of is that some airlines require you to decrease your tire pressure and remove any CO2 cartridges you may be traveling with. Rule 2. I beg of you, please take the pedals off first. When you're changing the tire on a car, you leave the wheels on the ground when loosening the lug nuts. If you try to do that when the car is already in the air on the jack, you're going to have problems getting enough leverage to loosen the lugs. I found that the same principle holds for trying to remove your bicycle pedals. If you've already taken the wheels off, it can be hard to get enough leverage to loosen the pedals. Additionally, your left pedal, of course, has reverse threading. Right pedals have a right-hand thread, so they follow the standard righty-tighty, lefty-loosey rules. Left pedals, however, have a left-hand thread, so they go righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. For me, the easy way to think about it is that when you're pedaling, you want the pedaling action to tighten both pedals. On your right pedal, your pedaling action creates a righty-tighty motion. However, if your left pedal was threaded the same way, your pedaling action would create a lefty-loosey motion. So it's reverse threaded so that every pedal stroke tightens the pedal as you go. So when I'm trying to decide which way I need to loosen my pedals, I just imagine myself undoing the pedaling action for each side. This trick, however, is almost completely useless to me when my bike is upside down. I lose all track of the normal motions of cycling because everything is both upside down and mirrored. This is another reason why I should always take my pedals off when the wheels are on and the bike is the correct way up. Rule 3. If you used a tool to disassemble your bike, make sure to take it with you. Not to keep banging on about the pedals, but coincidentally, my next mistake also relates to my pedals. When I was packing my bike before the race, I took the pedals off using this multi-tool. When I packed my tools for the trip, I packed this multi-tool. Guess which one has the correct Allen key to remove my pedals? Correct, the one I left at home. Luckily, this didn't end up being too much of an issue because, as described earlier, the pedals are meant to tighten on the ride. So I just finger tightened them before the race. Getting them off again, on the other hand, required a special trip to the only bike shop open on a Sunday and the purchase of a pedal wrench. Rule 4. Laura's Law. Screws that have not been retightened will fall out during transit. Packing a bike into a box requires a lot of loosening. Headset, handlebar, and seat post screws need to be loosened so that parts can be taken off or moved around. If you do not retighten these screws after removing the part, Laura's Law states that they will fall out and disappear. Then, on the morning of the race, you will have to beg the race mechanic to give you the screw that keeps a new bottle cage onto its packaging and shove that screw into your headset. Related to Laura's Law, any through axles that haven't been retightened will also fall out. Rule 5. Location, location, location. Make sure to pack your bike in a dry, well-lit, flat space. That way, if anything falls, it will be visible and easy to retrieve. Don't lose headset cover plates like Jess did. Rule 6. The night before your 5 a.m. flight is not the right time to pack your bike. Both of us had such good intentions to get our bikes packed with plenty of time to spare. Both of us ended up doing it in the dark the night before our flight. This is not ideal for many reasons. Firstly, refer back to location, location, location. Dark areas make for missing parts. Secondly, if anything does go wrong, you have no buffer. Packing your bike earlier leaves enough time to pop into your bike shop to get a pedal wrench, for example. Lastly, packing the night before increases the stress factor exponentially. You feel tired and hurried and clumsy. Do yourself a favor and pack your bike at least 48 hours in advance. So, in summary, when packing your bike, Rule 1, read the fine print. Check your airline guidelines. Rule 2, I beg of you, please take the pedals off first. Rule 3, if you used a tool to disassemble your bike, make sure to take it with you. Rule 4, Laura's Law. Screws that have not been retightened will fall out during transit. Rule 5, pick a good location. And Rule 6, the night before your 5 a.m. flight is not the right time to pack your bicycle. If you follow these simple rules, your packing will be stress-free and you'll be able to enjoy the amazing sights that await you at the other side of your travels.